This will be a relatively long video, but I hope it answers all your questions. Here's a regional view of the last 6 hours. As you can tell, obviously it's raining here in Middle Tennessee, and it's all coming out of northern Alabama, and actually some of the rain out of central Alabama. Here's a zoom in of our radar. This is light to moderate rain, and it's training, meaning it's going over the same track, and it's streaming in. You can see there's a little bit of break of the rain down here by Huntsville, and if we switch over to the Huntsville radar site, you can see it a little bit better. A little bit of a dry slot in there, and a little bit less coverage in this area over here. So this might give us some help later and maybe break up the rain a little bit more. We're under a flash flood watch tonight until 7 o'clock. And most of these areas down south of us are getting an aerial flood advisory, but it doesn't include Williamson. It doesn't currently include Davidson County either. It's extremely wet. The atmosphere is thick, full of moisture. These are precipitable water measured in inches, meaning if you squeezed all the potential rain out of the atmosphere at any given time, you'd get 1.8 inches of rain, 1.92 inches of rain. And these, some readings might increase closer to 2 inches where we are here in Nashville. A brief aside from the Storm Prediction Center has given us a 2% chance of a tornado today, which means that if anyone within this 2% shading has a 2% chance of a tornado happening within 25 miles of them. That's pretty low, but it's not nothing. This line here, if you were to zoom in on it, lines exactly down I-65. Certainly not a tornado watch now, but just something to put in the back of your mind. I don't think anybody's especially concerned about that. Same thing is true for wind. Some of these thunderstorms we could get later this afternoon could have a lot of wind in them. So there's a 5% chance that you will have a wind event, meaning 58 miles an hour or faster wind speed within 25 miles of you today. Looking at the weather models for the rain, this is the HRRR. The model isn't running out as far as we want it to. This starts at noon and then runs forward to 1 o'clock. You can see the rain tries to shut off a little bit here in Nashville for areas west of 65. Here's 2 o'clock. It's pouring according to this model. 3 o'clock. And then this is 5 o'clock here. It skipped 4 o'clock for some reason. You can see some a little bit of dry weather is trying to sneak in there, but then there'd be more rain to come. If we look at a different short-term weather model, this is the WRAP model. And this one starts here off at noon. You can see the time up here in Eastern time. That's noon us. Then goes forward to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. That's solid rain for us. And where this dry, little area here, donut hole happens, looks to be in East Tennessee. Who knows, it might come towards us, but according to this model, we'll be wet. Here's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And at 8 o'clock, you start to see the rain try to end here in southern Middle Tennessee. By 9 o'clock, according to this model, it might lift north of 40. So there's a chance that it might be dry, or at least not raining. Of course, the ground's going to be soaked, but there's a chance it might not be raining tonight for the fireworks. A couple things. This is the hydrology page, and I'll put a link to this up on Twitter. I put it last night, but this is a fantastic way to keep track of area, rivers and streams and creeks to see if they're going to flood. And the example will show you, if you click on one of these, you'll get the creek that you're looking for. Here's the Mansker Creek from last night. As you can see, in about an hour it rose almost 5.5 feet, and then it went back down. It's a pretty fantastic little tool. Under the yellow shaded, you need to take action if you live near these flooded areas. Minor flooding would occur at 9 feet on this creek, and moderate flooding would occur at 11 feet. And so there's gauges like this all over both counties. So use this link here and run this map. It's pretty great. So if you have any questions, hit us up on Twitter, and y'all have a happy 4th. Hopefully we'll see some fireworks tonight.